Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Diablo 3 once again. And of course, we have here our lovely wizard that I used to play my single player playthrough. She is now level 60. Yes, and this is her stats with all her items and gear and blah blah blah. Okay, so the reason I'm making this video is because she is level 60. So that means I can show you every single skill in the game with every single rune. So that's what I'm gonna do. And that's gonna be the purpose of this video. And no, I'm gonna show you every single skill in this video. So the only skill I'm gonna show in this video is Missiles of Magic Missile, starting from his non-rune, no rune, all the way up to its very last rune to see what it's like and how it's different. Alright, so Missiles of Magic, what is it? It is basically your very first spell that you learn, or yeah, basically the very first spell that you get in the entire game as a wizard. Basically, it's your default attack for the game. It's fire basically a missiles of magic, as you can believe. So the thing in this game is that spells doesn't have its own damage. It actually takes on the damage of your weapon. So my damage currently is, well, my DPS is currently 10k. Yeah. So, and we're playing this on normal. Okay. The only reason we're doing that because the purpose of the video is not for me to show you that I can do an inferno run. Okay, it's for me to show you the skills. So, this is how the missiles magic looks. Stupid skeleton. And basically that's all it does. Okay, all it does is that fire it, it hits something, it does damage. How did I not kill that thing in one hit? That was ridiculous. Okay. So, yeah. Your very first rune you get with Missiles of Magic is a Charge Blast rune, which basically increases the damage to 143%. And that is it. So, we'll see what it looks like in comparison. And really, the change between the default and the Charge Blast rune is not that obvious. Yes, it's a bit more filled in, I can see that, but alright, so the default, here, I'll kill this thing. The default does around 7,000 damage if you actually been paying attention, and we'll see how much this thing does. About the same thing. Well, that's not what I was trying to show here. Come on. Okay, so it does around 9k, okay, at its maximum, and the other one does around 7k at its maximum. So yeah, all it is just a damage increase. Not very exciting, I know. So this is where it actually gets a little bit more fun. The split missiles that actually fires 3 different missiles that deals 50% damage each. Okay, it may sound weaker, but it's actually the strongest primary spell you can actually get. Because if you think about it, if all 3 missiles hit your target, you're doing 150 damage, or 150% damage to the target, instead of just 143. 7% different, I don't know if you consider that a huge difference, but it's actually pretty noticeable. So basically, that's all it is. You fire out 3 missiles of magic. And this is where actually the skills actually have some deviation from the very first. Where it actually looks different. God, I hate my instinctive play to break every single thing. Stupid thing. Ow. How did he die? Oh, I probably have reflect damage or something. Yep, I do. Okay, so I would love to show you how much damage this thing does, but everything just dies in one hit, so it's not really collective damage. But yeah. Oh, another thing I want to mention is that the missiles fire out at random. Okay, it's not gonna be like, you know, this missiles go here, this missile go here, then this missile go here. As you can see, it just randomizes how the missile comes out. Some of them will, sometimes all 3 of them will be absolutely close together like that. Other times they can be spread out like that. So aiming with this thing at far range is very hard. So what I recommend in using this ability is that you should be medium range to close range, so you want the full effectiveness of this skill in a boss fight. Okay? Because you want to be dealing maximum damage with this skill, and the only way to do that is within medium range to close range is where you need to be. Moving on, penetrating blast. Missiles have a 70% chance to pierce through their target and hit additional enemies.
Need more time.
That's the one thing I hate about this game, is like, why can't it be just 100% passing through? And this one also looks different. It's actually now blue, instead of just the all purple that we've been seeing. Okay, if I can find you a group of enemies. Aha. See, as you can see, it does pierce through. And 70% chance is a high percent chance. Most of the time, it's going to pierce through. Alright. Awesome. There you go. I have actually never used this skill before, because I didn't like it piercing through stuff. So, it's not very damaging in what I want my character to be, which is the DPS build. So I never actually used the penetrating blast. Whenever magic missile hits a target, you gain 4 arcane power. It's attunement. Now, the thing about this is that I would actually have to be using arcane power. Here, let me just use this ice thing, empty it out. And it changes its appearance also to the reddish orb thing. Okay, so as you can see, the 4 arcane power right now for me is not that high. What is it? I think my regeneration is 10, which is the default, which I think is fast enough for a lot of things. So it's very hard to show you that it actually gains arcane power. But in my personal opinion, this is the worst skill you can get to gain arcane power because of its low casting rate and its singular hits. Okay, so attunement is pretty useless rune in my opinion, and hopefully I can. I will show you that skill in depth more. Yeah, I can't show it to you. My regeneration is just too damn fast. Okay, missile track. This is the most. I think this is the best one you can absolutely get, but you don't get it like immediately. This is one of the later skill runes that you can actually get. I think you get this at around level 50s, so it's pretty late in the game to where you can actually get this, which is kind of disappointing. It's actually one of the funner ones that you can actually get. Oh, come on. Narrow corridor is not a good place to show you that this thing seeks out its targets. So let me find an open area. God damn. There we go. So yeah, all it does is it seeks a target and it boosts the damage to 121% instead of the default 110. And I don't really think it looks very much different from the very beginning. So no graphical change except that it seeks out its target. Oh, look the way down. So we'll be using this skill only to probably kill the Skeleton King. Or I can just stand there and let the Skeleton King hit me, and it'll die eventually. What? It's not seeking out its target. Come on. You know what? Forget it. This is a skill video. So yeah, that was all the skills rune that is for magic missiles and how they look in comparison to the default one and what they do. So that's all there is. Yeah, it doesn't look any different. All it does is seek its targets. How lame. How lazy can you be in designing it? I mean, how hard is it to make the missile have a different color? Really? Come on now. Not that hard to make the missile have a different color. I mean, make the center of it, I don't know, purple. Okay, and the purple, change it to yellow. It's not that hard to make it look different, guys. It's just changing the color. Okay? But anyways, that was Missiles That Magic skill video. I have to show you every single skill rune in magic missiles that you can get and how they look in comparison to one another and what they do. And I also give you my little recommendation for how to use each rune. Some is just missiles of magic is just a very, very boring thing to use in my opinion. The only thing good that you can actually get is split for boss fights. That's pretty much it. Other than that, I don't think you should be using missiles of magic at all. Okay, if you're going to be using it, use split. It is the best one you can get. Penetrating blast is not very good since it's a 70% chance. You know, you don't want to have to depend on luck in, say, Inferno difficulty, because that's not a very good thing to depend on when you're, you know, die in 2 hits, basically. So, thank you for watching, and I will be continuing on with probably Shock Bolt next. So I will see you then.